So I want you to think about the last time you failed miserably. I want you to think about the last time you had the worst setback. I want you to think about the last time something didn't go your way. How did you respond to that? What did you do right afterwards? We learn a lot when that takes place. I once heard a mentor of mine that told me, you'll learn a lot about a human being or yourself when you have a major setback in your life, right? Because the reality part of it is, what I'm about to tell you about small thinkers is, the basis of it, before I give you the answer, the basis of it is, small thinkers have one enemy. It isn't their competition, it isn't their parents, it isn't their girlfriend, it isn't their spouse, it isn't their best friend, it isn't their staff, it isn't their customers, it isn't the market. They have one enemy, and it's their mindset and the way they think. That is the biggest problem with small thinkers. So what is the one thing small thinkers are experts at doing? Here's what it is. They are experts. They're incredibly good at justifying every single situation, why it happened to them. Now, don't get me wrong, I know this from experience. So I'm not telling you this as if I'm talking at you. I did this for the majority part of my life. Hey, Pat, the reason you're not going to win is because you come from a divorced family. You are this. You don't have a degree. Constantly justify. Well, because of this. Well, because of this. Not effective. It doesn't work, right? So I sat there and I said, I was mentoring a couple of entrepreneurs, and I was sitting down with them. I said, can I ask you a question? I was studying this, one of the guys' trends who's got the potential to make multi-seven figures, but I noticed a certain trend, and I pulled him aside, and I said, can I ask you a question? It was a private. I said, can I ask you? I said, yes. I said, can I ask why you justify every single setback? Why do you do that? Why do you sell to everybody? Because you can do that every single time. Why is it that you explain to everybody that what happened wasn't your fault, and it's because of this, and it's because of that, and it's because of that? Why do you do that? And I had this conversation because 16 years ago, somebody had a very similar conversation like this with me. And let me tell you, it was the most annoying conversation I ever had, because we hate to know that something that happened was our fault. We hate it. When a relationship breakup happens, it's never our fault. It's always her fault. When a relationship, it's never her fault. It's his fault. When a business doesn't work, it's the business's fault. When a relation, it's the boss, it's this, it's the team, it's always that. So how do you find out if this is a trend that you have or not? So let me give you 3 different scenarios, and I want you to answer to yourself on how you respond to this. So number 1, first question, let's study this. How do you respond to setbacks? What is your immediate reaction to setbacks? So think about the last 2, 3 setbacks. What did you do? Truly be honest with yourself. Did you blame anybody? Did you blame the marketplace? Did you blame a condition? Did you blame anything? Was there anything? Or did you say, here's what happened, I don't control this, I take responsibility on this, I can work on this, this is what I'm going to improve? Is that what you did? Is that the behavior? Second one, say you have a competitor that's doing better than you. They're making more money than you in a shorter period of time. Let's just say this person is marketing better, or they're getting into new markets and you're not. What is your reaction to that, and how do you explain that to your peers? Is it, man, they are doing this better than us? Or is it, oh man, they got lucky. Oh, that guy's come from family. Oh, they're probably doing something shady. Oh, they're probably doing something this. Oh, they're probably doing this. Oh, they're, we, because of us. What do you do? How do you react to it? Okay? Is the conversation, there was a conversation, man, we need to improve in these 3 areas. We really need to. Guys, what do you think we need to do to improve these 2 areas? These guys are doing it this way. Man, we need to be seeing what they're doing, what we're not doing. Are they working hard? I remember clearly one time, I'll tell you this story here. 0607. I was going against this other agent, and he had been there shorter period of time than I had. And he grew 10 times faster than me in a 2-year period. And he just came and surpassed me during that period. I'll never forget this. We're at a convention, and the executives made me at this time give the trophy to the other guy. I'll never forget this. I gave the trophy to the guy because he won MVP and I didn't. And they wanted, for whatever reason, maybe I was going to be humiliated or something like that. And I will remember that 35-second scene in my life forever. Because let me tell you what was crazy and what I told myself when I got off the stage. Here's what I told myself. Strangest thing. I got off the stage and I say, wow, Pat, I'm proud of you. You grew. You grew, because this was my response. I gave him the plaque and I said, I just want you to know this. You have absolutely outworked me, but this will be the last year. You won't even come close, because this will be the last time you will ever outwork me. Because I know I think big, and I know I'm clear about what I want to do in my life. But this is what happened. Here's to you. Enjoy the celebration tonight. It's absolutely your show. No animosity, no issues, no nothing. Came back that night. Pages and pages of notes that night, okay? On what I did wrong, on what was my mistake, on what I stopped doing. I was not reading, I was not working, I had let my body go, I was not exercising, I was not edgy, I was not, I was not staying on point with certain areas to improve. I was not marketing as good. There were certain things, I was not happy about that. I made a list of it, boom, the rest is history. You can't even compare the numbers now on what it is, but the rest is history. Because we had to improve. Now, by the way, there's a lot of other people that are going to do it better than you, faster than you, all that other. This doesn't mean you're going to beat everybody. You can do this assessment and your name is, Clyde Drexler, and you're probably never going to be better than Michael Jordan. You can do this assessment and you may be Lamar Odom and you're never going to be better than Kobe Bryant. But hey, why not reach your capacity? Why not get better than what you are today? Why do you keep justifying? Why do you keep saying all these sorts of things? Until a small thinker doesn't identify this and address this, hate to say it to you, not a lot's going to change. But it all starts with you realizing what I said at the beginning of the video. Nobody is a bigger enemy to you. Not the enemy, not the competition, not the client, not the industry. Nobody is a bigger enemy to you than the way you think. If you can fix the thinking here, the world is yours. That's the biggest challenge for small thinking entrepreneurs. So that's my message to you. If you have any questions or thoughts about it, comment on the bottom. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure there's somewhere here you can click to subscribe. And if you're watching this video on a completely different website, you can always come back to patrickbaydavid.com. Boom. And you'll get a bunch of other content on this website. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.